señores, bienvenidos al Home Thesis Show. We're having a random ass fucking podcast episode here. Got some great friends, longtime friends. Nancy Bash, Nancy Bash, uh, Stephen Barrios. We got Hugo from Home Thesis, one of the originals. Our good friend James could not make it tonight. Unfortunately, he's in line hoping to win some Rolex raffle.
He's right
Apparently
here.
150.
He's right here. He's
150 will get you
right
50 grand.
here.
Well, that's not the odds didn't seem likely to me. I didn't want to stand in the cold. So here we are without him. Um, Nancy, Nancy Bash, do you want to tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do?
So I am VP of sales for Regiment Security Partners. I sell security services, investigation services, background checks, loss prevention agents, fire guards. And so my field entails doing security assessments and helping our clients figure out what their risk is, because the biggest threat is the risk that you don't see. So that's what I do.
Okay. And Steven, what about you?
Uh, my job. I mean, I'm a property manager for a wealthy client, but I also have cleaning service, Westland Cleaning. Provide commercial, residential, outdoor, anything for home you need. My company provides. That's what I do,
Okay.
and yeah.
Okay. Well, we all know what Google from Home Thesis does. They provide top-notch design services. Um, um, so let's pretend, guys, that for instance, I'm a millionaire or a billionaire, right? And now I'm a guy who is willing to invest some amount of money. Tonight, we happen to meet at a networking event, right? And you guys are looking to network with someone who's willing to invest. And how is it that you guys might be able to tie your two businesses together?
Mm.
I mean, I'm the guy with the cash. You guys are offering service. You guys got these ideas.
How much
How do we put them
cash?
together?
How much cash do you
Oh, we're
have?
talking. We're talking at least 50 grand worth of a Rolex.
Oh,
Okay,
That's not enough
James
money.
gonna put it
James,
out.
better bring that
I'm
Rolex.
talking millions. We would need millions if you're investing in our kind of industry or in our kind of fields. We need you to invest millions. So security, we need it everywhere. There's threats everywhere. How can we apply it to our businesses? Whether it's a cleaning business or it's construction or it's architecture or it's anything really, you need security. Whether it's a security guard, cybersecurity, we all have a phone, we all have computers, we all have network. So I think that our services would come in hand, whether it's a physical or whether it's some sort of network threat, that you would need security services. So that's what I think that each business should have, is a security assessment, whether whatever field it is that you're in, whether actually insurance companies pay for you to have insurance assessment, for you to have security assessments. It's actually in your insurance policy. So I recommend for everybody to look into their insurance policies, because they will pay for you to have a security assessment. So whether you're in construction or cleaning or architecture or whatever it is, they'll pay for you to have that done. So it's something to look into.
Would you be able to hack into systems to find out, like
I wouldn't use the term hack. I think there's like white hat services that you can provide, but there is assessments or penetration assessments that you can do,
Mm,
whether it's like a healthcare facility or it's a property management facility, where it's like, hey, I need you to come in and see if like there's any back doors that were left open. But yeah, access control or some sort of like, overnight monitoring, whether you have this property that's empty or you just have a facility where you need someone to come in and just kind of act like, hey, they're an employee, but they kind of like, tailgate off other employees and penetrate this facility. We do, active shooter seminars or termination. Um, recommendations for clients. So there's a lot of assessments that you can do with security. It's just you have to pinpoint what each entity or what each industry needs.
Right.
So there is just endless. The possibilities are endless of what they need.
Do you have like a situation that happened that I was just like it target to that the worst case scenario?
I guess for me, the worst case scenario would be like an active shooter scenario. I think a lot of the requests that we get is employee terminations. So it's kind of like, hey, we need you to stand by because we're terminating this employee and we don't feel safe or we don't know how they're going to handle it or if they're going to come back. So those are a lot of the requests that we get sometimes
Mm.
for a lot of industries, whether it's architecture or
Yeah.
property management or construction, it doesn't matter. That thread is still there.
How would you imply security into your wealthy clients?
Me,
Earth?
how would I imply security into my wealthy clients? I mean, I think like kind of what she's saying, but right now the key thing is like what it's all about like cyber right now. Everything is cyber. They're protecting everything they have because everything's out there in there.
It's in the network.
Yeah. So I think right now for anybody that is wealthy or for anybody else,
Mhm.
that's key. Protecting
Those
that.
penetration assessments.
Yeah, that is key. And I think that's what nowadays they're focusing on more. How to protect that, how to control that. And yeah. And that because obviously all you need is like you say you don't want to use hack, but in a way, yeah, because they can get all your information. I personally, with their accounts, have been hacked multiple times, thousands and thousands of dollars,
Mhm.
random.
Bitcoins.
Yeah, or like even their credit cards, their Amex cards.
Right.
Just at early morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting texts of like, okay, 14,000 charge for this, another $20,000 charge for this, and yeah. So how do you protect that? How do you control that and keep going?
So it's not physical. It's not like executive protection
No,
or
no,
it's
no.
not like protecting my own person. It's protecting my assets through the network,
Yes,
essentially.
yes,
My private information.
yes. A lot of people, I think,
Isn't turn your mic towards you a little?
a lot of these, higher end clients are trying to have their own servers to, I guess, manage everything. I don't
Mhm.
know if you've heard that, but I've been hearing that lately.
So versus having a third party manage
Yeah.
their information and their data, they rather manage it themselves.
Yes, or have like, hire something or build something. They call it a server from what I keep hearing, and that just controls their whole system.
It's a data center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have everybody that works for them, their employees or whatever, and that's on that system. Their, their computers, phones, everything has that protection. And, in a way, they have control, but they just keep an eye on everything.
Hmm.
It's kind of scary, but yeah, I think that's where these people are going for now.
Is my social media safe?
In all honesty, if they stole money from
No.
me, I don't even mind. Like,
No.
they gotta give it back. Like, someone's gonna give me my money if my money's stolen.
They're not.
Yeah, it's definitely happened to me twice,
If it's
and
through
I
a
got my money.
banking institution, yes.
Yes.
If it's through like Bitcoin or you're not gonna
I
get
don't
that.
feel that Bitcoin is tangible enough. Or I might just be too broke. But the fact of the matter is,
I think
I'm
that's
not
So
invested
I
in
think
Bitcoin.
that's the problem.
so
Yeah.
chances are you didn't invest in NFTs or anything else of that nature, like art or
No,
non-tangible effect.
no.
Okay. Why?
I've just never felt the need to.
Okay. Did you guys invest in NFTs or
NFT, no.
crypto or
Crypto, yes. Early on, not much, but yeah, NFTs, no.
okay.
Well, though, you know, I'm in a conversation with a nonprofit organization where they're trying to make their certificates into NFTs. So for example, you come to this program, you do the program, and you graduate, and you get a certificate. That certificate becomes an NFT that goes into your wallet, and that is, prestige into your wallet. No one can take that away from you. Let's just you have that in your house. Something happened, it burned down. You lost your certificate, and then it's gone. Who could tell you that you graduated, right?
Yeah.
But this nonprofit organization is doing implementing their certifications into NFTs.
Yeah.
I believe that if everything should be NFTs.
Yes.
If I take my car into a mechanic and I do all my services and everything that has been done in this particular uh, business should become NFTs.
Yes.
That way, there's a record into my wallet, and I could go into the cloud.
Yeah.
If I lost this phone, it's in my laptop, or in the cloud, in the blockchain.
Yes.
It's in the blockchain. Yes,
Like Carfax.
right, and that's
Like a digital Carfax.
that's where I will invest on NFTs.
Not
I will not
art,
invest in
not
in the
sports,
NFTs.
not
I will not invest in this particular monkey artist art
Yeah.
NFTs, right?
Wait.
okay.
Yeah.
Which I learned in that.
You already tried?
Apes.
Yeah, I already tried. Yeah,
Tried
I got a couple crocodiles in my fucking wallet.
Have
And
you
they're
invested
fucking
in
Any
useless.
penguins? Yeah.
They're useless. I got the penguins
Yeah.
too. You
You
got
have a
penguins?
few?
Yeah.
The pigeon penguins or whatever the.
Sailor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a few.
Yeah, I'm still holding.
I should have sold them, but I didn't. I held. I'm one of those people.
I mean, I still got Dogecoin. I got Shiba, so I'm still holding.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get budge.
That's right. But I
Honestly,
do
I
believe.
I really
Hold on,
love.
bankruptcy.
I don't want to change the conversation, but honestly, just looking at you, that wall really kind of has like this like animated effect. Like
That's
I
an
look
NFT.
at you,
This is an NFT.
and this kind of begins to like blur. And
Oh,
honestly,
it's
what
not
it is just like
wallpaper?
they're ripples.
This is a blockchain.
Those they're ripples.
Yeah, ripples.
I literally see ripples behind you when I look at you, and it's because of how well Home Pieces did with this wall.
I'm sure that's not drugs.
And doing this, honestly, obviously you added some
Fine.
contrast, right? Like different kind of geometry, but I feel like you opened up the space, even though we're sitting now in the corner. I feel like we're closer together, but I feel like we're in a much bigger room.
That's right.
Science.
I don't
Science.
feel close to you. Huh? Sorry. I don't feel
Architecture.
close to you.
How
Mm-hmm.
about the Yankees? I don't watch baseball.
Haven't won since 2009. How about
So you do watch.
How about those Mets? What, 1987?
How about Messi getting into the MLS and getting so much money?
Yeah, Messi's honestly that
Nothing's
guy.
changed. Still getting many.
How about Kansas City?
What is happening in Kansas City? Oh, Super Bowl. Oh,
How about Usher?
passed.
Okay.
Usher still looks good.
I
What
want
else?
to be. Like, I want to
He
be like.
still
Usher
looks the
when I grow
same.
up. When I grow up, I want to be.
He's
just
what,
Like,
50?
You want to be like Usher?
yeah,
48? Something like
you guys
that?
got swag. Flow.
Brought me back. That Super Bowl halftime brought me back.
The best one was when Eminem showed up and 50
That was last
Cent.
year. Yeah, last year.
That was 4 years ago.
Who is
Oh, no, that was last
H-E-
year.
or
Yeah.
Who is H?
That's FIFA.
Who is H-E-R? I've never heard of her. H-E-R.
The guitar singer? Yeah, I have
Was that even playing?
I have no idea.
Not
No,
that I
I,
could see. I don't know who that is, but
I went crazy. I mean, Ludacris coming out was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Luda.
yeah.
Yeah.
That took me back.
Luda.
Luda.
hmm
So what you guys think about today's network event in modern in the rails in Mamaroneck?
Modern on the rails. It was my first time being to one of this guys. His name is Tony.
Tony.
Peck.
Tony, his event. That guy's
The
he's
Godfather
doing a great
of
job
Instagram.
putting these people together, all the different kinds of people that you could meet. Unfortunately, I got stuck with you guys all night. Just it's like we locked eyes, we fell in love. And the fact of the matter is that I've learned a lot, and I know that you guys, Home Pieces, have been successful tonight, right? With like some of the conversations you've had with other people,
Oh.
right? Because I think you guys get to be a part of it as well, right?
Well, we always think that network is always a great opportunity to promote your business or meet other people. And today was the first experience. I mean, I guess they've been doing this every
Few
2 or 3 months,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? And it's just getting momentum, right? Because I was like, one of the things was 150 plus members to network with, right?
That's what it
For
was today.
$150, all you could drink from the bar and food and complimentary cigars, complimentary here and that. I was like, that's a no brainer. I'm going in.
Word.
And so, James and I pulled up, and right away I recognized Nancy, and I was like, Nancy,
Mendoza.
you
Mendoza.
Nancy Mendoza? She's like, I'm Nancy, but not Mendoza. So we started talking, we started catching up, and then Alex pulled up, and then Javi, and then Steven, and then we just created a Hispanic culture club around.
That's basically what happened. Got a little corner.
Yeah, we were the only ones.
Segregation.
But I think
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
speaking of which,
Speaking of which,
there's some crazy stuff happening in the next couple of weeks, no? Just like politically, maybe, like mass population affected. Just rumors, right? Something about zombies. I don't know. Just to end on a good
but
note.
let's just say the zombies do pull up. What do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do, Javi? Let's
What
just
do
say the zombies pulled up out of nowhere at
You're
Union.
home.
At Union.
Well, I was always taught that when someone comes over, you offer them something to drink.
Blood.
First and foremost,
Blood. You
¿qué gusta
sacrifice it.
tomar? So
I'll build you a house, but it ain't gonna be here.
there
Kind of thing.
you go. You got the right idea.
I mean, what's his name is building a bunker. Build a bunker.
A Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or just-
Why? Why is he building a bunker?
Why
Why is he
not?
building a bunker?
I've always wanted a bunker.
I think
Yeah,
when
but-
I think when you
You
have
don't
so
want a
much
bunker?
money,
What
you don't
else are you gonna
know what else
spend it on?
to spend your money
Yeah.
on, except a bunker. Hey, I have a bunker, so whatever
That much amount of
happens.
money,
I mean,
definitely do a bunker.
He was just there at UFC
Acting weird.
298 this past Saturday, and coming out with these fighters.
Yeah, I saw. A
Yeah,
video about it
and
today.
he wanted to do his own thing, own fight, own event
Yeah.
with Elon Musk.
Uh,
That would have been
yeah, that
a
would.
huge event.
Oh
a lot of
yeah.
money.
Yeah. Oof.
Who would you go for?
It would be more money than Mayweather and.
Oh,
Conor
boy, you're
McGregor.
talking about
McGregor?
They wanted to do that Coliseum
Yeah.
in Rome.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Fire.
Imagine that. We got Elon for that though.
Yeah, me too.
We got Elon.
Elon Musk all the way.
He just seems like a heavier guy.
Yeah.
He
And he
just-
got more money.
No, he probably
Yeah, that's
he
key.
probably has that chip in his head too. So
Neuralink. Neuralink.
Nerd.
Neuralink. Bueno, para
I mean, after that event, I mean, that was a crazy. Like they had like cigars. I was not. We thought that the cigars was outside, so we're like, we can't handle the cold.
Yeah.
But nah, man, we're all choking in that smoke inside.
Yeah.
You're a
I-
New Yorker.
everybody.
What do you mean you can't handle
Yo no
the cold?
hiciste, yo no
Yo,
sé
they
cómo le
got-
hiciste, Nancy.
Those guys.
You were just like right there in front of all the smoke. You were just
My
handling the
husband is a cigar
conversation.
smoker. I'm used to the poker parties. It's walk in the park for me.
Mm,
But I think it's good. I
Yeah.
think what Tony does is great. I think that what we learned from that was, hey, if Tony can do it, we can do it.
that's
He's
right.
the godfather of Instagram. We're the godfather of Union Ave. Like we can just kind of put it together
that's
and
right.
Love it.
make it
There's
happen.
deal.
Especially with people that don't want to leave New Rochelle.
I wanna
So-
go to the show.
Yeah.
Let's do
The greatest.
Yeah. El Padrino de New Rochelle.
Right.
There you go.
you mean the greatest back in 1994?
Oh, it's the greatest. I think that. Look, I mean, just think about it from the perspective of people in power, right? And pretend that you were them. Not only do we have just a superb infrastructure already laid out for us, where we have amazing highways, we have 2 rail lines running through here. There's no reason that we couldn't have easier access to I don't know, the 6 train that stops at Pelham Bay.
Yes.
You know, we have this great body of water right next to us. Just,
A ferry.
for thinking of commerce, we are at a hub. We are an extension of New York City.
hmm
There's no reason that it's not safe to say that a lot of the people running New York City come here on a 5 p.m. train and live here in these suburbs. I think that we have a lot of potential. I think that we have our faults. So what?
We're essentially becoming a White Plains. We're a business district now.
I don't necessarily think that we're becoming a White Plains. I think that we were always striving to become much more urban and started hundreds of years ago. It's not that we're a couple decades behind someone who started building bigger buildings sooner.
No, I think we didn't want to. I think they wanted it to be. I think they wanted New Rochelle to be a White Plains, and we said no. So they went to White Plains
Yes,
and actually did
that's
it.
what it was.
So now that they've said yes, now it's open doors
Yeah.
for everybody to, and we're closer, right? Pelham's
Yeah.
always been kind of like a busy area,
Yeah.
but we're too small. And then it was like White Plains, Pelham, and now it's like, oh, New Rochelle, wait a minute, Iona's now a university. Whoa, let's build here, let's build here. And now it's like what used to take 5 minutes to go to New York City now takes 20 minutes.
Yeah. 33 minutes exactly on the Metro North. You're going to be the first city of Westchester
Right.
experience.
And if
in the
I'm a
city.
newbie looking for work, I'm going to
Yeah.
come to New Rochelle.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, I want to live here. But for New Rochelle residents that have been here long term,
Oh, yeah.
then
Yes.
it's a turnoff. They
Yeah, it's a
like the
turnoff.
quiet life. They
Yep.
like the suburbs.
Yep.
Now that it's kind of like city like ish,
hmm
Unless
it's
they
kind of
want to
like a
sell.
turnoff.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Where it's like, no. If I'm a homeowner in New Rochelle, I'm holding. I'm getting my money. So if
Mm.
you're a homeowner and you're holding, you better keep on holding
Got it.
because it's there's
It
going to be
depends
the
on the
demand.
area where you are. I feel like if you're in the north end of New Rochelle, you wouldn't hold in. A majority of those people who live in the north end are already older people. Majority of those people are already moving out. And I'll tell you why. As a construction contractor, um, we're doing a lot of work around those areas where a lot of younger people are moving in, and they're
Buying,
reconstructing, remodeling those areas. The people I think that are holding
Mm-hmm.
are very near of downtown, like the back areas of Webster, um, Union.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want to hold in because they want to take advantage of that. You're being very close to downtown. Because think about it, that one bridge that connects from downtown to Union, where Viva Grande is, that blue bridge, those houses right there are like in the border of like skyscrapers and then houses.
Mm-hmm.
And those houses can be just wiped out and can be built up. Of course, there's um a radius of how high you could build, and it has to narrow down, right?
Yeah.
So those houses eventually, I would say, are gonna go down.
I
Well-
think little by little,
well,
the
entire
zoning has
area.
The zoning,
Exactly.
correct.
The zoning has changed, so of course investors or
Those have
everybody else is going to want to buy.
those you want to hold in. If you own a house around those areas,
Absolutely.
you are holding it, or you're trying to, try to figure out what you could do, partner up, or
Mm-hmm.
What could you do? Get some ideas.
right. I mean, you would do something like buy properties, right, and
Develop.
make them high scale apartments,
Mm-hmm.
right? Some people don't want to live in buildings.
Yeah.
Some people want to live in houses and be able to have a backyard,
Mm.
or be able to have those, be able to grill outside,
Yeah.
and la carne asada,
That's
Cebollita.
what rooftops
you
are
know,
for.
San
Cebollita.
Antonio,
That's what rooftops
San
are for. You
Antonio
gotta rent it.
Carniceria.
You gotta you have to
Yo,
rent it
San
once a week.
Antonio.
You
My
have to rent
guy.
it once a week
Yeah.
to be able to.
Thanks
I
for the
mean,
soul.
look, Javi,
Thanks for the soul.
Javi,
Thanks for the soul.
Javi, you
Thank
live
you,
in the
Lord.
third.
Doing it big.
Javi, you live in the third floor, right? And your apartment is designed New York City. You go inside his apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like minimalist. It's designed with purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Want this?
and it's great because it's like you only have 3 neighbors. It's the second floor neighbor and the first door neighbor. That's
Mhm.
it.
And what's around?
Houses.
Other people like me.
But
Living
it's
on
like,
third floor.
you get out, you still have your front yard, you still got
Yeah.
a piece of grass,
Yeah.
He's front lawn.
the
Got
front lawn,
Rosebud.
got a
lawn.
little gate.
Got some shrubs.
There's no lobby,
No lobby.
there's no maintenance fees.
But has the noise changed? Has the traffic changed? Has that like it's not the same when we used to go to high school and it was like all quiet and like suburbs and whatever.
Hmm.
Now it's like it's busy. There's a lot of traffic. There's
It's
a lot of
windy.
noise. There's a lot of garbage. There's a lot. So like it's a lot that comes with that new area. And apparently he's open to it and he loves it no matter what. But for me, it's like being in a shell. I don't like the garbage. I don't like the noise. I don't like the increase in traffic. That's just not me.
Mhm.
Sorry.
I don't like it. I'm sorry. I know that you love it and I don't and whatever. We grew up together and like yeah, I love Nurse Shell, but like
You don't love it.
just like how
You
people
don't love it.
just
I'm
like
sorry.
how
You don't
people
love it.
in
How do
a
you know that?
relationship. I had a relationship with Nourishell, but like we broke up. Nourishell and I, we broke up. It just didn't
When
work
did you guys
out.
break up?
We broke up about maybe like we broke up about 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah, well, because 7 years ago I moved to the Bronx.
El
So I was
El Bronx.
El Bronx.
I was
Ya no
living
tu
I was
mí.
living in Monticello, which is the borderline of Mount Vernon
Okay.
and New York City, right?
What's that? The three train. The three
5 train.
5 train.
Dyer Avenue,
Tell 'em.
last stop, first stop.
Vermont.
And it was noisy, it was loud, and it was everything. So I accepted that. I'm in the Bronx, like that's okay. But when I'd go to New Rochelle, like that's not okay. The noise is not okay. Like the traffic is not okay because it's New Rochelle. So for me, after I had my baby, I was like, can't do the Bronx no more. I have to move somewhere quiet, somewhere peaceful. Like I don't want to see the mattress at the corner. Like I don't want to see like the cops and YPD like patrolling.
Mm.
I don't want to see that anymore. So I moved. But then going back to Nershell, where my parents are and my family is, it's like, are we in the Bronx? Are we in Mount Vernon? Oh, we're in Nershell. It's like
Mm.
you can't tell what the difference is because there's so much
Why not?
traffic.
Why
There's
not?
construction everywhere.
Yeah.
There's noise everywhere. There's garbage everywhere. There's buildings everywhere. So it's kind of like this is not where I grew up. This is we're done. The relationship is over. I don't want to move here. I don't want to look for a house here. Like when I was
What
house
about
searching, I was like not Nourishell. Everywhere else, Larchmont, wherever, but not Nourishell.
Right.
I feel like everywhere's building. Mamaroneck, even Portchester. Look at Portchester now.
Portchester's moving. Yeah.
everyone does this?
Like yeah,
We all kind of depend on one another to do it too, which is
yeah. And
why
I
like
feel
certain
like
suburbs will do it at once.
and it's gonna keep going up,
Yeah,
further up. Stanford too. Um, Greenwich.
everything will eventually
Um,
become like New York City.
Stanford has also one of my associate James, who was
Mhm.
not able to be here, but if you could put a picture right here, that'd be great.
Mhm.
He is
what
here in
about thing?
spirit.
I think he might have won that Rolex. It's 11:30. He's still not here.
He probably
Cele-
got the Rolex.
celebrating.
I'd be
But
pissed if he did. 'Cause I'd be like, oh, I should have bid.
no, he texted me. He's like, I'm in bed.
We were all there together, so maybe que lo repartan. We sell it.
Uh huh.
Nah,
So
we didn't
yeah,
go down.
we'll just
I
I'll give him 25.
thought,
his
I thought about it.
his dad has his dad had a shop, a marble fabrication. No, around on the side by the water.
By
And because
ShopRite,
Oh yes.
can you what do you call that area on that
Shore
side of?
Road,
So it's
Right.
like
Road.
exit 5 when you get out.
Oh.
It was all commercial,
Oh,
and then all of a sudden
Exit
they
5.
just took all that commercial out, and they start building up.
On what highway?
Where's that where's that
95 or Hutch? What are you guys talking about?
95, 95.
95? Where's that well something well?
Why you talking about
Sign of the
City
Whale.
Island?
Kind of the
Sign of
well
the Whale.
around that area. So all that area has brought up big buildings.
Right.
So they pushed all that commercial area out. He had to relocate to a different area in Stanford because all that area now is residential. So Stanford has been,
Growing.
growing, and then it's been moving up now. Bridgeport has been remodeling, growing as well.
New Canaan,
New
yep.
Canaan,
Bridgeport still
Norwalk,
rough.
absolutely.
Haven.
Norwalk is another one
That's
that's
why I'm 20 minutes from downtown Stanford.
yeah.
I'm like, woo,
and
I like
then
Stanford.
and then everybody all of a sudden that we know, people who are from New Rochelle are now moving to Danbury, Connecticut,
As they should. Good for them.
and then
Only thing is school district is horrible.
Is it?
It's horrible.
And New Rochelle is the best.
It's a huge step up. Like I guess there's a rating. Obviously,
Mhm.
there's a rating
And
for
Mount
every school
Vernon
district.
is up there also.
No, Mount Vernon.
So
Oh.
I'd rather go to Mount Vernon schools.
Obviously, around here, I think it's Harrison, Scarsdale, Rye are probably the best school districts. Um, New Rochelle, worst.
Mount Vernon,
Mount
New Rochelle.
Vernon.
Yonkers is the
Yonkers is
worst.
probably the worst. Bronx, they had those.
PS, like
yeah,
different school
yeah,
districts.
so that
Yeah.
kind of helps out for them. But yeah, even Portchester's horrible. Um, yeah,
It's not the school, it's the student. It's all about the student.
It's the parenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't blame it on the school. It's about
Yeah.
the parent. Let's thrive. That's all.
That's right. So you're saying in New Rochelle we have poor parenting.
Nope. Poor
No,
school
it is about-
system.
no, it's the school. It is the school. I'm sorry.
Son los pinches papás.
It's no, it is a school.
Today's.
Son los
No,
pinches
my
papás.
daughter being in
Ya
Portchester
no están dando
last year
nalgadas.
to now being in Greenwich,
Mhm.
there's a huge difference of education, the way they teach, and how much my daughter progressed.
What is the student to teacher ratio? Is it 20 students, 10 students? Like, because I know New Rochelle progressed to like 30 students. When I was in New Rochelle, I didn't have a seat.
Wow.
My mom actually took off of work to go complain at New Rochelle High School because I had nowhere to sit.
Oh wow!
So, what is the ratio?
I think it's about
for
anywhere from
students?
15 to 20 kids per class.
That's not bad. New Rochelle High School was 30 to 35
Ugh.
when I was going to school.
We graduated.
I think
from-
you were sitting on my lap on Social Security.
I'm pretty sure that we were fine. I don't know. What you're
I mean, I
talking
thought I
That
was
was
fine
fine.
too.
I thought I had a
We
great
did
time
fine.
in high school. There was extra seats sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is, bitch.
That's because you were in the pilot program. I was in Kaleidoscope.
You were.
I was in the honor roll.
Oh wow! Look at
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I'm just kidding. I was in the pilot program,
I was in ESL.
which was the
También, papá.
I was in ESL, bro.
I
I
was
got
in
pulled
ESL.
out.
and that's why my English is so good.
My English is not very good looking.
Love it.
Well, look at me.
I mean,
2 minutes.
I love New Rochelle, and I mean, I'm here all the time.
Yeah.
I'm here all the time.
But you don't live here.
I
I
don't
love New
live
Rochelle,
here.
but I'm not living here.
Okay. Yes.
That's
Yeah.
my point.
The only time I complain is when I ride my bike.
He
Because
proved
of the-
my point. He
Yeah.
proved my point.
But other than that, I'm okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Like it's fine.
Yeah, that's why I don't ride.
Second gear.
I love New Rochelle. I support New Rochelle. I think New Rochelle will thrive. Hooray, New Rochelle, but I'm not living here. And I think that's okay.
I think that's awesome. I appreciate that. And on that note, New Rochelle's amazing. We got about 30 seconds to go. I'm gonna let your boy over here say what he's got to say.
What's 170?
No, well, I want to thank everybody coming over here. This was a spontaneous podcast.
Thanks.
We had a couple old fashions and margaritas,
I didn't have
a
enough.
couple of cigars.
Soda and
didn't have
pineapple.
enough. You were thirsty.
I was. I
Yeah.
had 3.
Yeah,
Damn.
but we'll catch up right now. Don't worry, no pasa nada. But here we have Javier Contreras, architect, Nancy, security, Steven, Westlane Cleaning, property manager, Hugo Velasquez, final take, home improvements, and we have Javier in the background. Can you show your face, Javier? Vente para acá, vente para acá. Échale para acá. Siente que irá.
Tocayo?
Tocayo.
Tocayo.
So, he will put all of our social media platforms here so everybody can follow. And that is our spontaneous podcast. Next time, Let's get it.
Yeah,
I
that's good.
Dale.
Thank you.
Thank you.